They say you can learn a lot from the polls. Unless, of course, you think back to 2016 when all the polls said Hillary Clinton was going to win the election, and that did not happen. Not even a little bit. But now, as they do every election year about this time, the media are pointing to polls that, of course, show Joe Biden leading President Trump by a wide margin just 3 weeks out from Election Day. But those aren't the only polls. They're just the only ones the media are showing you. Here are the ones they won't. Number 1.
Are you better off than you were 4 years ago?
The majority of Americans say they're better off now than they were 4 years ago. A new poll out from Gallup shows a full 56% of Americans say their lives are better off now than they were 4 years ago when President Trump was first elected to office. Conversely, only 32% said things have gotten worse. Now, lest you think that maybe this poll was conducted prior to the COVID pandemic that's crippled the economy, think again. The survey was taken between September 14th and 28th, meaning that even in the middle of a pandemic, after the economy had been hobbled by lingering shutdowns and media-fueled panic, more than half the country still says things are better now than they were in 2016. By comparison, only 45% of Americans said they were better off in 2012 than they were in 2008 when Obama was first elected.
Thank you for reminding me.
Number 2. 60% of Americans say they don't trust the news media to report the truth.
The press, honestly, is out of control. The level of dishonesty is out of control.
According to another new Gallup poll, 60% of adults say they don't have very much trust in the news media or that they have none at all. In fact, a full third chose none at all. That's the lowest it's been since 2016. Those who say they don't really trust the media include 64% of independents and even 27% of Democrats. Number 3. Remember that debate the media used to call Trump a blustering bully? Spanish speakers think Trump won it.
Trump ganó el debate con 66% contra el 34% que opina que lo ganó Joe Biden.
That's according to a social media poll by Telemundo, which has no love for Trump. A whopping 66% of Spanish-speaking Americans responded that Trump won the debate, while only 34% gave the victory to Biden. Now, of course, the network prefaced their reporting on that poll by saying that it wasn't a scientific survey. Okay. Number 4. Congressional Democrats might think Trump is stealing a SCOTUS seat, but the Constitution doesn't agree.
How is it not constitutional what they're doing?
And neither, apparently, do voters. According to a Morning Consult Politico poll, nearly half of voters said the Senate should confirm Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court, up 9 points since President Trump announced her nomination on September 26th. Only 31% said the Senate should reject her. In fact, more people said the Senate should vote on Barrett's confirmation as soon as possible, regardless of the 2020 election winner, than those who said that the Senate should wait until after the election. And it's not just Republicans who think so. According to that poll, the number of Democrats who say the winner of the next election should get to pick Ginsburg's replacement dropped from 79% to just 59% after Coney Barrett was announced. In 2016, every single national poll put Hillary Clinton leading Donald Trump heading into the election. And on November 8th, here's how that turned out.
America is crying tonight.
You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead.
Everybody is crying and so upset, and it is the end of their world.
How do we explain how this is possible?
The woman who President Obama called the most qualified person ever to run for the White House.
Deeper concerns tonight that the world's shining light of democracy has gone dark.
The media have a long history of ignoring polls that don't skew in their left-leaning favor. They do everything within their power to stoke fear and paint grim or hopeless pictures where they think it will serve their purposes. They did it 4 years ago, and the game hasn't changed. But ultimately, the only poll that matters is the one that's held on Election Day. And that's your Reality Check America. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, like us on Facebook and Twitter, and stay sane out there.